was a bizarre situation that played out for Killer Mike, who won 3 Grammys and got arrested by the Los Angeles police at the arena. A journalist with The Hollywood Reporter shot this video of the rapper being led away in handcuffs.
Now, you know, I'm a former prosecutor.
Yeah.
And there were some other headlines that came out. And I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Because it was unnecessary, and you don't do that on that special night.
Yeah.
Especially for what I read about.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask you is, there was an incident at the Grammys. It led to you being taken out in handcuffs and arrested. That was wrong. Obviously, it's an ongoing legal matter. So
yes, this is a follow-up video. If you have been following this channel, you realize this is the third clip partaken to Killer Mike.
Other news, before I get to that, I just want to give a shout out to my friend. He was here last week. Killer Mike won 3 Grammys. And then he was arrested at the Grammys. It was a conspiracy theory because I couldn't get him to endorse Biden. But they said, I'm serious, this is going on the internet. I don't understand the police in this country. You know, you walk out of CVS with an arm full of shit and they don't say anything.
According to this article, Grammy-winning Atlanta rapper Killer Mike appeared on The View today and reflected on his recent arrest in handcuffs at the Grammy earlier this month, saying all of my heroes have been in handcuffs. Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, I walk out with the same dignity and respect that I walk in with. I will employ people just to take that from it. The rapper was asked about the incident by The View co-host Sunny Hosten, who acknowledged that the ongoing legal case restricted the extent to which Killer Mike, real name Mike, could discuss. He responded to this on this clip. I want to play it so you can see exactly what is going on.
So we heard you say in the clip you were accepting your 3rd award of the evening. We kind of just mentioned that, but you're never too old. No, it's never too old nor too late. What was on your mind when you said that for people to hear?
I mean, at first I was just, let me give you the day. I'm a car guy, so I woke up to a $100,000 Regal, my favorite car, Grand National. It was built by Ron Baugh out of Atlanta and Mike Musto and Soupy. So I wake up to this beautiful woman. I wake up to my wife. Then I'm excited about this beautiful car. Then I get this beautiful chain from my jeweler. Bracelet, shouts out to Stacks. And everything is amazing. And then I hear my name called the first time, and I'm appreciative. Then I hear it's called the second time. They tell me I'm about to walk. I was like, I'm about to get another one. And I know, okay, I got 2. And when I got the second one, I knew the 3rd one was coming. And the 3rd one was the one I really wanted. It was Rap Album of the Year.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was overwhelmed.
Now, you're telling people not to stop dreaming.
No, you cannot stop dreaming.
Anything is possible.
You have to. You have to keep whatever 9-year-old, 12-year-old, 15-year-old is in your head, keep that child alive. No matter what you see in the mirror, you're still that child. And your imagination has to be bigger than the room, bigger than the building, bigger than the sky, because if you keep the imagination alive, everything is possible.
That's right.
When you limit your imagination, nothing becomes as possible as it could be. So,
now,
yeah.
You know, I'm a former prosecutor.
Yeah.
And there were some other headlines that came out. And I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Because it was unnecessary, and you don't do that on that special night.
Yeah.
Especially for what I read about.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask you is, there was an incident at the Grammys. It led to you being taken out in handcuffs and arrested. That was wrong. Obviously, it's an ongoing legal matter, so I don't know how much you can say about it.
Well, as a prosecutor, you know I can't say it.
You can't say much. But can you just give us some sort of description? Because people are saying they're talking too much.
I think the backstage was overcrowded. I think the winners were exuberant. And I think security got a little overzealous, and that's all. It's water under the bridge for me. Yeah. But I'd like to say all of my heroes have been in handcuffs. Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Medgar. So, I walked out with the same dignity and respect that I walked in with. And I would implore people to just take that from it. Don't dwell on the bad stuff. And the next morning, I spent 3 hours kind of by myself. You're waiting. And the police say, oh, my God, we've never gotten this many phone calls. People have to go to protest. We're going to have to move you. They're panicked, and I'm just kind of sitting there. and I began to invoke thanks. I thank God for bringing me where I was. I thank God for putting me in a space, believe it or not, by myself. And I got an opportunity to invoke the spirit of my mom and my grandmother and let them know what had happened and thank them. And the very next morning, well, I got out that night. I walked out to my wife in the rain. It was like a romance movie. It was dope. and my manager, and then we went to party. We went to party at Loma Vista, shots out. We had a party, and the next morning I woke up to my son's mother saying, you have to come home because Tony Boy has a kidney. They have a kidney for him, and we have to get him now. And I just thank God. And
I think I found the reason to why Killer Mike was dragged out of there in such a weird and public manner and to be made a public spectacle.
What are your feelings on the election coming up? I mean, Biden and Trump. But you can't get yourself to say vote for Biden over Trump?
Get himself to apologize for the crime bill? Can he get himself to get his head out of his ass and say black people?
When I posted this video on this channel a few days ago, people were saying, oh, this is fake news, you know, things like that. That it was all staged. You know, we will get that from Killer Mike. But it is funny. It came out on all social media platforms where people were saying it's because Killer Mike rejected on Maher's show to endorse Biden. So maybe that's the reason he was arrested. So on this clip, when I looked through, I didn't actually see because he rejected to respond to this, which I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, just reporting. Maher had another show recently where he actually pinned this, like, why was he arrested? When you look through all the newsletters pertaining to this case, you will not get exactly why he was arrested. Then tell me why people will not conclude, because it was just a day after, before the Grammys. So, what happened? I understand this is how these people do. When you go against them, things like this can happen to you. Maher quoted like this is a conspiracy theory. People assuming that he was arrested because of this are all conspiracy theories and attributed to Trump supporters, which was insane. Any person would think like that because we never expected that to happen. Killer Mike, before even going to the Grammy, was going viral after that show. So, what was the essence? I'll be following this up to actually see what has been going on or what will happen.
Well, yo, good morning. Happy Monday the 5th. Y'all know that I don't typically dive into celebrity garbage, but a couple friends last night told me I should check out the Grammys performances, so I was flipping between Harry Potter and the Grammys. A couple things I want to bring up. A little bit of coincidences, right? The rapper Killer Mike goes on Bill Maher and publicly basically says he's not going to support Joe Biden. And Bill Maher, of course, gets all upset and starts to push him. Well, why aren't you going to vote for him? Why aren't you going to endorse him over Donald Trump? Like, really? So he basically goes into why he would not support Joe Biden unless he publicly apologized for the crime bill, basically would come out and say that you're black, whether you vote for him or not, and one other thing. And if he did those things, he might endorse him. Basically saying he wasn't endorsing Joe Biden. Just like 90% of the black community that has woken up and has the Democratic wool taken over.
Tell me it's too late. What? Hey, are you serious? Yeah.